They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see the rhythm in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Look, ain't no remorse in my blood cell. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch this body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback to bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new pair of bells. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
All right, clap it up. It's the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Today is the Wednesday night law class where you learn how to live righteous according to the Bible. Christian church teach you don't need the law, and that's why this society is a lawless society full of all lasciviousness. Look it up. You don't know what that means. So today we're going to get into it. Anybody got any questions in the room? Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, if I may. During General Yohana's lecture, he talked about number one defense against demons in a relationship is a man playing his role and a woman playing his role. But my main question was, what exactly is my role as a man in a marriage or relationship?
That's an excellent question. What is a man's role in the relationship? Lead. How? To the strip club? To the lead you to where to go get all the weed? What are you leading? Lead with the law, statutes, and commandments. Right. A man's role for his house is to be the protector, the provider, the teacher, the way to righteousness, right? And the protector and the provider, the first thing Christianity teaches about a man being a provider is he has to make the most money and pay all the bills, right? That's not a man's, that's not what makes a man a man. And if your man ain't paying all the bills, then the church teaches you that he's not a provider. You understand what I mean? The thing that the men in the Bible quit their jobs to follow Christ. The disciples. The disciples met Christ and left work and started walking with some nigga for 3 years. That's what he did. That's what they did. The disciples was like, Christ walked into them, met him, and was like, come follow me. And they were like, all right. And they went on a 3-year adventure with him until he died and then carried on his work. Peter and them, they owned the boat. They stopped working with their daddy and just was coming to work every now and then to follow Christ. So what is it that you're supposed to provide? You're supposed to teach your family what God says and your wife. Because in the house, there is a ranking order and a rank structure. Give me that scripture. Give me that. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 11:3. You asked this question, now Paul gonna tell you. Go ahead.
The book of
11 and 3.
Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know.
You asking this question, so now he's telling you. I would have you know what?
That the head of every man is Christ.
The head of what?
Every man is
Some
Christ.
men. Some men.
Every man.
The righteous men.
Every man.
The head of every man is Christ. The head of our men in our nation is Christ. He's your Lord. He's your King. Keep going.
And the head of the woman is the man.
Some women.
The head of the woman is the man.
The head of the woman is the man. Keep going.
And the head of Christ is God.
So Christ got a head. Now let's look at how different the hierarchy is. You got Christ is above the man, right? So if this is Christ, then the man right here? No. The man right here? No, the man like this, right? So if the Most High is above Christ, then it's the same distance, right? Well, if your man is above the woman, it's not like this. It's not equal. It's not, I'm right under you. It's the same gap. Let me prove it to you. Is the woman and the children like this? No. It's a big gap. So in a woman's mind, it's the man and the woman. Then it's Christ and the man, and then the children is under her like this. But when it comes to who's under the man, it's nobody. You got the same rank as the man. That's why the houses are messed up. The houses are messed up because the order in the house is broken. And a woman thinks that she's equal to a man or just as relevant as a man. So she makes all the decisions in the house and all the family with the children, and the man has no power in his own household. That's why the families are broken, because the order is not in full structure. What are we working for? Go ahead. To get into the what?
The kingdom.
The queendom?
The kingdom.
The princessdom?
The kingdom.
What that mean? Who gonna run it?
Christ.
And who else?
God.
And who else?
The men.
The men. Kings. That's what it's going to be. Men are going to be in control. That's why it's called the kingdom. Kingdom. So, what's the problem? Why isn't it called the, the unity-dom? The equilibrium, the equality-dom? Why is it not called that? Because there is a structure to power. And when we see what the world looks like when women are in power, we're looking at it right now. Twerking, butt naked, drugs, men that act like women. How do men that act like women act? They are emotional. They punch holes in walls, they break windows, they do all of the things. They use their testosterone as if it's estrogen, because they were raised watching women be masculine. So the woman in your house is the man of the house. So now the man in the house is emotional, like his mama. He doesn't have any discipline because he's never seen a man deal with stuff. Men don't get emotional. Men deal with things rationally. Men don't have to come in the house and yell and cuss. Men just say, stop. Everybody sit down. Go over there and do this. That's what men do. So what is your job as a man? Your job as a man is to set the tone in the house. Keep the balance. Keep the structure. It's crazy you asked this question because last night we had a whole family discussion. And I was saying, I'm going to leave the house. And the kids was like, if you leave, then this ain't going, we going to fight and nobody going to listen to her. And this going to happen and nobody going to, because, and the woman, she like, no, I'm going to leave the house. And then we was like, well, who going to protect you when you're alone? And who's going to, and that's what happened. Women are getting demolished by wolves because they don't have any protection. They don't know to look for danger. A woman leaves a situation because she just wants peace. She just wants quiet until 3 a.m. somebody kicking her door in. She got peace and quiet, but she got no protection now. We don't think like that. We don't just think about what we see right in front of us. We think about the bigger viewpoint. The Lord made a man to protect his family, to watch over his family, to keep danger away. A woman, you sit in the house, you cook, you make sure it smells good, make sure the clothes wash, all that kind of stuff, because we don't care about that. We won't wash clothes until we need them. The whole closet will be empty. They'll be like, I guess I need to go ahead and wash something, because we don't think like that. You do. You think like that, and that's why we are not the same. A man and a woman thinks totally different from each other, and that's needed in a house. Positive and negative on the battery is what make a battery move, what makes it operate. If it's two positives, it's going to spark. If it's two negative, it's going to spark. It's going to trip the battery. That's what's happening in your house. Now you got these two girls standing in the house together. Now it's two women fighting. The same strength. Two men, they in the house fighting. They throwing dresses around in the house. Because there's two linebackers in a relationship. They not, if it's a man and a woman, she get mad, throw a cup. If it's two men out, you throwing a dresser. Who is this in your phone? That's what's happening. The man and the woman keeps the balance in the house. See what I'm saying? And now your children can see what type of woman to pick or what type of man to pick and vice versa. Now your sons know I shouldn't act like that because my daddy never act like that. Oh, she acted up, she tripping. I'm gonna do what my daddy used to do. That's what happens when you have balance in the house. But when you don't have that, then now your kids just do what they see. Where? What do they learn from? Put that the mic. That too. They learn from their mama, and where else?
The household.
Everywhere else. The TV, the music, the street. So now, what's training you? The nigga step on his show, blow his head off. Blow his head off. Blow his head off. If the nigga step to you, then you blow his head off. So now you wondering why your baby didn't shot everybody at the school. Because the drill music said to blow his head off. Your daughter, she's been hearing about Hot Girl Summer. She think it's an activity she can't wait to go to. So now Hot Girl Summer, it's the summertime, mommy. Let's go do hot girl stuff. And she 5 years old. She got a halter top on, some what's them pants? Gachos, what's the pants at the bottom hanging down. She got the boy shorts on. She's 6. You know what I'm saying? And she's 6 years old. And she twisting. She got her hair. She doing all this with her hair. And now you wonder why she pregnant and she 11. You wonder why? Because you raised her to be like that. You thought it was cute. That's your bestie. Well, your bestie made you a granny. Your baby is 11 and you 20. Because you was raised the same way like that from your mama. You never got that structure and that order. A man is supposed to say, who is that little boy? A man is boy repellent. A boy, a sneak in the house of somebody that just got a mama. But your daddy there? I ain't sneaking up in there because he might find me in there and kill me. He might think I'm an intruder. That's a boy repellent. A woman, oh well, your mama, she ain't gonna say nothing. That's just what that is. Go ahead.
That's kind of all time, like what you're saying, so heavy, because I remember being 15, and then my girlfriend, her dad was in the military, but he was stationed in Kansas, and the mom didn't want to go.
Stationed?
Mom let me stay the night, every night. She's 15, I stayed the night from 15 to 19. Anytime I wanted to.
Listen, when I was in the 4th grade, I spent the night at my girlfriend's house because her mama liked me. And I slept in the same bed with her, and we watched The Lion King. That was the first Netflix and chill. We watched The Lion King until we went to sleep, and I was laying in the bed with her. And the door, her mama made sure nobody came in the room. We was married. It was like we was married. You know, I helped her cut her cake. Like, what the hell? And the father had no clue. Then when her little brother told the father, he lost it. And I understood why. Because what are you trying to teach my daughter? You know? But guess why she was able to do that? Because the mama said it was cool. That's why you need men in the house. Your job is to put protection and structure and guidance in the house. And not only that, but discipline in your sons and your daughter and your wife. Your wife is undisciplined. I don't care what wife you got. She's undisciplined in something. In eating snacks, in the TV shows she watch. Sister could come to class every day, go home and watch the most ratchetest television. Right. And now that's going in her spirit. It's just entertainment. No, this entertainment is entering you. That's what it's doing. And you waiting on your moment for somebody to try you like they tried Rolly. They tried Rolly, and Rolly, you gotta go ahead. I gotta max out. Natalie, they messing with Natalie. That's where your mind is at. You as a man, you can't let that be. You gotta make sure the house is in order. It's your responsibility. If You can't blame nobody but yourself for your household when your house fall apart, because you're the man. It ain't nobody else to blame. It ain't Christ's fault. Christ got it laid out. It's right here. It's written. He tell you exactly how to do it, how to live. You chose to do it your way because you want to be your kids' friends. I'm cool with my kids, but we ain't partners. And I remind them every day, there is one day I'm going to come in here and you're going to look at me the wrong way and I'm going to put your chest connected to your back. I'm going to connect everything from your chest to your back. They're going to touch. Right? With your spine and your chest and your back going to all touch like this. Together. For a look. Why? Because I love them. If I don't do it, the police going to do it. If you treat your kids a certain way, like, oh, don't yell at them in front of their friends because that's embarrassing them. So what they think, the police are not going to yell at them in front of their friends? So they're going to have a right to cuss the police out because you're embarrassing the police? No, you better treat your children. They try to embarrass you in front of their friends, you embarrass them in front of their friends. Only a man can do that. That's your role. A mama can't be a nurturer and a disciplinarian. She can't be the person that put a Band-Aid on you and whoop you. I'm the bad guy. She the good guy. Supposed to be. Supposed to be. All right. Anything else? Go ahead.
Somebody can search on me. What are ways to discipline your wife?
Brother said, how do you discipline your wife? Okay. First of all, don't hit her. That's the first thing. Don't beat up. That ain't how you discipline her. How do you discipline your children?
Put them on punishment, sir.
Yeah. What do you do? What do you take from them?
The phone, the toys. Privileges to go outside and do the
Privileges. What else?
TV.
Go ahead.
All right.
This, your wife, it's something in their house that your wife would love, and you tell her she can't get it. Watch her act like a 12-year-old. It's you got to learn a way. Okay. The best way to discipline her is to teach her that she's a child. And a lot of times she doesn't see that she's being childish with a lot of the decisions that she's making. That's why the scripture tells you to know them that labor among you. You have to know your wife, and you're going to have to know what type of person she is, right? A lot of it could be done with conversation, and then after with conversation, you do it with action. You know what it is that she like. Your wife could be a person that just want to spend time with you. Don't give her no time. Don't give her no time. Don't call her. Make the conversations real short. Hey, what you doing? I'm chilling. What's up? Hey, I'm busy. I'm gonna hit you back. What's wrong? Nothing. I'm good. I'm busy. After that, they're gonna start wondering what's the problem. You the problem. I'm sick of it. I'm not gonna keep talking to you and chilling and being all lovey-dovey and all, and you don't know how to listen or communicate. You know, it don't have to be, I'm punishing you. You know what I mean? It could just be something simple. Just women pay attention to every little thing you do. Just take your shoes. If you walk in the door normally and take your shoes off at the door, take your shoes off in the living room. What's wrong? You don't ever take your shoes off in there. Something. He must be talking to some. Listen, do this. Let me show you what you do. Use your phone and then be right in front of him and do your phone like this. Right. Put it down, face down. What's wrong? Why are you putting your phone down, face down? Damn, it's my phone, ain't it? I can't put my phone down, face down. It's little stuff like that to them is a big deal. To you, it's nothing. You know what I mean? Women pay attention to every little detail that you do. So what you do is just change a detail because they don't listen to you. You know what I mean? That'll help them understand how important it is to follow and listen. 9 times out of 10, y'all arguing over miscommunication anyway. So you be trying to punish her when all the time you need punishing. That's a real reality. 9 times out of 10, what you mad at her about, you really was the cause of it. You know what I mean? Like, you're the man. So you got to really understand that you set the temperature in the house and they kind of roll off of you. But sometimes they just do their own thing and they don't want to listen to you and they just be disobedient. So if that's the case, you don't reward bad behavior. You don't. All right. Anybody else? Go ahead.
All right, what's that? All right. How do you help your woman stop really seeing life through the eyes of the oppressor? Because a woman, if she sees something in the world, she'd be like, oh, he cheated on her. You know what I mean? They could be in the truth, but they'll say, oh, he cheated on her. Or marriage. They want you to get down on the knee with a ring and things like that. How do we help them see that is the oppressor's way and not ours? How do we help them not love and see through the oppressor's lenses with life?
You got to make her hate the oppressor. The only way she won't love the oppressor's life is if she looks at him like a piece of shit. You have to show her how evil he is. You know what I mean? You have to show her how disgusting he is and how nothing he pushes works. Men getting on their knees, marrying women, and then they divorcing in 2 weeks. Their relationship's not lasting long. So why is that important? Why is that important? Let me ask a woman, why is that important that a man get on his knee and give you a ring?
Well, I think as women, we look for more of a romance situation because we are emotional creatures, so we want a lot of love and we want a lot of attention. And a lot of times I do understand that you don't need that all the time, but you want it sometimes. And if that's not happening, it does cause this problem, especially when you see it happening in other places.
So why don't you require your man to lay on his back and give you a rose and ask you to marry him?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't care how you get it to me. Just stand up and just say here, it wouldn't matter.
I'm asking, why can't a man lay on his back and give you an incense and say, will you marry me?
That's a good question.
Why does he have to get on a knee and give you a ring?
I guess it's because that's what we see.
That's exactly all this is. The only reason it's a requirement is because that's what they do. You've never seen anyone lay on their back and say, will you marry me? This is a frankincense and myrrh incense showing my love for you like I love the Lord. You'll be like, boy, get up. You're embarrassing me. Why aren't you? The only reason you look at the world the way you do is because you see the world through the eyes of your oppressor. You ain't read nowhere in the Bible where a man got on his knees. Not King David, not King Solomon, not no man in this book never got on their knee and proposed to their wife. Not once. So why is it a big deal in this society? If you hold in the Bible, you say you love God, you're a follower of Christ. Which one of the disciples proposed to their wife?
I do feel like some stuff is excessive. You don't necessarily have to do, but I do think that some type of romance or some type of love is
Well, you know what type of love that's important? That shows you all the love he got. You know what that is? The most intimate thing in the earth. Damn, is it? Is it? Is it sex? Is sex the most intimate thing you can do? Yes, it's sex. But you don't even think it's sex because the world has made sex so common. Sex is just something you do in the restroom, in the car, in the back seat. It's just something you do. But it's the most intimate thing that you can do. The sex that you have with your man is the thing that's the proposal. Like that's supposed to be, okay, look how you've diluted a relationship. I can give you a ring and you cry, but you give me your body and you get up and go give another person your body. You are the most intimate thing you can do is lay down and give a man your body. After that, you're supposed to be crying. Oh my God, this was so beautiful. That's when you're supposed to be saying thank you and crying and all that. But you don't even feel that way about sex. You feel that way about a ring. Now, if that ain't brainwashing, I don't know what is. You see what I'm saying? There is no intimate thing that you can do on this earth other than sex with your partner. And that is the marriage. That is the unification of your relationship. Now, with that, it makes you take it serious. And it makes it something that you just don't do because you're horny. That's why sex is not in the mind of people important. Because it's just something they do as a beastly, it's like a carnal thing. It isn't like now women are to the point to where they don't even have to have any feelings for you. They just give it to you. They meet you, they look at you, you smell good, you got a haircut, they like your shoes. Okay, I guess I get them some. I had a sister I seen on video. She said, I only had sex with 4 men. I don't count my content. I don't count the people I make videos with. I don't count one night stands in the club. I only count the men that I was in real relationship with, and that was 4. He said, so about how many videos have you made with content with different men? I don't know, about at least 100. At least 100 one night stands. Oh my God, I can't even remember. What? What are you talking about? You're disgusting. That's what you are. But you don't even see that as disgusting. And guess what she said she's saving herself for? I bet you can't guess. I bet you can't guess what she's saving herself for. The big shebanga, the thing that she's really going to finally give herself to a man forever. She's saving herself for, will you marry me? He's the fool. He's the one that's insecure. He has no moral. He has no morals. If he's watched her on 100 different tapes. Like, what's that dude that married Superhead? Malcolm out for the Cos. No, I think it was old buddy off of Family Matters. Old buddy off Family Matters. He married Superhead. Eddie. Yeah, Eddie. He married Superhead. Guess what? He married Superhead because of the videos of her being Superhead. That is gay. That's homosexual. Yeah, I like the way she sure blowing that rod. I wish that was me one day. I gotta go and marry her. What? He has no dignity. He's broken. And the only way he can feel like he's something is if he gets what someone else has had. And everybody's seen it. So now he feels validated. by walking in the store with her and everybody knows what she can do. Damn, he married Superhead. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know. I got her. What? That's not a flex. You see what I'm saying? So you are making a flex something that's not a flex. Now, romantic, taking you out on dates, I'm all for that. I'm all for, praising your woman and giving her a pat on the back when she do good and taking her on trips and all that. But that ain't the marriage. That ain't the relationship. The relationship is not based off of the ring and the flowers and all of that. The relationship is based off of the love and the. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And verse 4.
Sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 4. Charity suffereth long.
Stop. Charity does what?
Suffereth long.
What does charity do? Sisters. What is charity, sisters?
I believe charity is when you are performing an act of kindness to someone out of the kindness of your heart, not looking for anything in return.
Yeah, so give it to me in one word. Charity is what? No. No.
Is it giving?
Huh?
Giving?
Look it up. What you got?
The highest form of love.
Charity is love. Charity is the highest form of love. That's what charity is. The highest form of love. So now you're talking about a marriage. That's one of the highest forms of love other than your relationship with the Lord, right? Well, charity does what?
Suffereth long.
Charity what?
Suffereth long.
You leaving your relationship because you in pain. You ain't happy. You tired of him. It's just been a roller coaster. I just can't deal with this. He just, 1 minute we happy, but we mad at each other more than we happy with each other. Charity does what?
Suffereth long.
Charity suffers long. And in suffering, it's what?
And it's kind.
But it stays kind. In suffering. And does what?
Charity envieth not.
Then it doesn't start the envy. And it what?
Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up.
And charity doesn't puff itself up. See, this is real love. See, the love that the world shows you, as soon as they don't get what they want, they leave the relationship. As soon as they start going through hard times, they say, I don't want to be in a relationship no more. Your grandparents have a 50-year anniversary, not because they were having the best time of their life in their relationship. No, they suffered together for a long time. But in their suffering, they kept loving each other. They forgave each other. They loved each other. They didn't envy. They loved each other. That's what you got to do in the relationship. Relationship is not about flowers every day. That's television. That's TV shows. That's not reality. Reality is your life. Why haven't you left your husband? You been having good days with your man? Your days been good with your man? You love your man? Why you ain't left him? Why y'all still together? Because that's your man. You love him. That's why. It ain't because it's been perfect. It's because nothing's perfect. You just keep working toward it until it becomes perfect. It ain't because of the ring, though. It's because of what you put in it. All right, next question. Go ahead.
So like you, sir, if I may, I had a question kind of regarding regeneration.
Come on.
Your current family members, were they always your family members in your past life, or would it be possible to even know through scripture?
No. Let's say, for instance, you don't have no siblings. Say you're an only child, you have no children. How do you come back?
Through extended family, sir?
Ooh.
Uncle? Or your cousins?
Let's say you ain't got no cousins, no uncles. Your mama was the only child, you were only child, and she ain't had no more children outside of you. You just the only child. That's it. How do you come back?
So like you, sir, your tribe?
Give him a hand. Ooh. That's it. You are of the tribe of Judah. You're going to come back through a Judite. We all cousins in here. You're going to come back in your nation, in your tribe, right? So you don't got to worry about who you come back through. You're going to come back through somebody from your own tribe. You will never be an Edomite. You won't come back a butterfly or a fish, a horse, a dog. I see people. That's my cousin right there. I seen you. That's my cousin. How? Your cousin was the seed of a man the last night, his last life. Now he the seed of a bird. How did that happen? Now the little bird. Kenny, come here. Come here, Kenny. That ain't Kenny. That's a bird. You don't have to worry about that. You never leave your royal family. All right? No sweat. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I want to question, like, what do you make of scary movies out there? I was watching the scary movie with my girl, and she was like, "You think any of this is real?" And I was like, "Come on, now, look what they're doing." So, like, I just basically, because I can tell her that, but then she can meet our own understanding because she's not looking at school. I just want to know what's a way to really break it down to her and show her, like, "No, this is fake."
Okay, I got to get an example of what you're saying is fake. Because horror movies are absolutely real. All of them. So give me an example of one that you feel is fake.
Movie Annabelle.
I ain't seen that. What happened to Annabelle? Tell me what happened.
It was basically like a cursed dog that brought in evil spirits. And like whoever had it was basically the demons came to their house and stuff just happened. Like the first day it would be like something fell, and the next day it would be this and that. It was get worse. Until they locked it all up. But in the movie that we watched, there was a girl snooping in the room where they had all the demonic stuff, and she had opened the door up, and all of the demons started coming through. And yeah, that's basically the movie.
Okay, this is what you got to see about Annabelle. A movie like Annabelle is talking about something different than a doll. Your life is a horror story. Yours. Raise your hand if you got a family member that's on drugs. That's alcoholics. Right? That's a demon in them. The movie Jekyll and Hyde, the book Jekyll and Hyde, is about a man that's normal one day and then he drinks, he's an alcoholic, and now he's a totally different person. He's cool one minute, he's tripping another minute. That's a horror story. Right? You ever had a dream that something's always chasing you and you can't never get away from it? Every time you run, that's Jason. That's Michael Myers. You know what that is? That's the demon that you can't fight because you are too weak to fight it. And it's chasing you in your sleep. Those movies are permeating real things, but you just look at it like it's Jason. Like it's this man in this movie But Jason is the demon that's chasing you. Now, that demon could be weed. That demon could be white women. That demon could be, I'm trying to stop robbing. And I'm trying to get away from it. And I'm running. I want to stop, but I can't. Every corner I hit, he's just walking slow, walking me down. Every time I hide from him, he comes. Because you are not getting rid of the demon. You know when the movie get good? When they start fighting back. There's a time in every movie when they get tired of running from the demon. And they say, you know what? I'm not letting Jason kill me. They pick up a bat and they hit Jason upside the head. And they fire up the chainsaw and try to cut Jason's leg off. Then they start to see that Jason is what? He's just a man. Just like them. Then they get more confidence. Then they jump him. 3 or 4 people jump Jason. Jason kills some of them, but he don't kill all of them. That's what brotherhood is for. That's why we in here. You tell us you got a problem, we're going to help you fight that demon. We're going to help you jump that demon that's on you. Horror movies are absolutely real, but it's not the way they depicted it in the movie. It's not a doll. It's a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a monster. It's a thing in your life that's constantly chasing you. And it's always chasing. It's always chasing you and killing you and all that. That's what these demons in your life is doing. That drug addiction is going to chase you down and kill you. You running and hiding from it right now, but you're going to wake up one day dead. You're going to wake up a baby. You're going to wake up and you're going to be looking at new parents. You're like, damn, I died. That's what's going to happen to you. Why? Because you didn't fight the demon. You didn't stand up against him. You understand? Any other questions? Go ahead.
Like I said, good. How do I learn to control my emotions?
How do you learn to control your emotions? Give me more.
I get mad easily at certain things. Not everything can be mad, but once I do get mad, I can't control how mad I get. I can't stop the rage.
Okay. How? I can't hear you. That's a good one. Start with that. The first thing you're going to have to understand is discipline. First thing you have to understand, discipline is a way of life. All right? Read that scripture right fast that you got.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 26. All right, give me a second, get there with y'all. All right. It says, be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
So ain't nothing wrong with anger, right? But there is something wrong when you let your anger make you do something else, right? You have to control your emotions, because if you let your emotions control you, then what is that? Yes, give him a hand. So look that up. So that's what you fighting. You get mad, yeah, you get mad. You get pissed off. Now you know you mad. Now you have to not sin. Go there, read that. You got to not sin now, because you know you're gonna do something that you wish you've never done. You're gonna say something you wish you never said. You're gonna put yourself in a bind because of this. And guess what's gonna happen right after you do it?
You know, because basically what he did was that.
Yes. And the demon gonna jump right off you. The demon is gonna say, this is what he gonna say. What? Oh, they got us messed up. And then you're gonna be like, yeah, they got me messed up. And then you're gonna go and do it. Bow, you're gonna do it. Then after you do it, you're gonna be like, oh shit, oh man, oh. Why? Because the demon jumped right off of you after you did it. And now you are left with the consequences of your actions. Because nobody saw the demon that told you it was okay to do it. Everyone did see you though. And now everybody like this. It was him. It was him. Him right there. Now you're afraid. So know that. Know that you're going to have to control your emotions. Read what you got.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 32. All right. It reads, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
He that is slow to anger is better than a mighty man. You can have men that are mighty warriors, but because they're emotional, they're weak. You have big, strong people that you see, but they weak. If I could get you emotional, think about sports, right? Especially y'all. I go outside and play basketball with y'all. What I got to do? To throw y'all off. Say it in the mic.
Oh,
Once I start talking, what y'all do?
get mad.
And then what happened?
Press up.
And then what happened? That's it. Easy work. That's it. I see y'all young. Y'all got all this wind. Y'all got all this wind. Y'all, I'm tired. So now I say, look at you. You can't shoot from right there. Now, whatever you've been doing, you could just keep doing it. But because I'm in your head now, you're going to stop way by my truck and shoot. You're going to stop way on the corner and shoot the ball and shoot the air ball. I'm going to catch it right by the goal. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to put it up. You're going to get the ball back. I'm going to say, you can't shoot it from right there. You be like, man, I can shoot. Pull up right there. You're going to shoot the ball. I'm going to catch the air ball and I'm going to put it up. Then I'm going to beat you. And I'm going to talk so much noise. You may run it back. And then what am I going to say? No. I'm not running it back. Because you're trash. And I'm going to talk more and more noise. I'm going to get all the way in your head because you allowed me in. You could have won the game. But you don't have no discipline. So I was able to defeat you by your lack of discipline. Read it again.
He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty.
Mm-hmm.
And he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
Somebody, you could be in basketball dunking, jumping all over everybody. But if you emotional, that vertical you got, the height you got, the speed you got means nothing. That's why you see extremely good athletes not make it in the league. It's the disciplined, hard-working, quiet person that's teachable. They the ones that make it. But the raw talent, just cold, they don't make it because they just emotional. If you're emotional, you're going to lose. You're going to lose fights. You're going to lose in life. You're going to lose jobs. You're going to break up relationships. You're going to lose everything because you don't know how to control yourself. Discipline is like one of the most important things in surviving. Because guess what? You mad, you angry, I get mad too. And you just can't get mad your way into winning every fight. It ain't like, oh, I'm gonna win because I'm mad. No, that's not how life works. I'm the maddest, so now I'm gonna win the fight because I'm gonna get mad with you. and I'm gonna just fold you up and break you in half and then wring you out. And it was all because you was emotional. You could have just calmed yourself down. That's how you have to think. You got to know that discipline is more important than emotions. Emotions will jam you up. Emotions will have you behind that door. When that door shut, all your emotions leave. When it go boom, and when the door slam, then all that anger you had behind you, some kind of way it just flees. And you just sitting in there thinking like, man, dog, I wonder what my mama doing. Man, I miss my brothers, man. I wonder what he doing right now, man. I bet you they getting big. Man, you know what? I'm gonna get me a job. Man, let me see this book. That's why everybody go to jail, they get up in there and become scholars. Because they start thinking, you know what? I need to read more. See, if I would have been reading, maybe I wouldn't be in jail. I need more knowledge. I need more discipline. You start thinking about discipline after you were not disciplined. Once you get in trouble and they say you got a life sentence coming, 25 to life, then you start saying, excuse me, sir. Good sir, if I could please beseech you. Now all of a sudden you got discipline, you got manners, you got respect, you just learn all of that. Don't put yourself in the predicament to be under someone else's foot, because it's easy to get in trouble, but it's what? That's life out. Know that. Go ahead.
Speaking on that, how do you learn this?
What's that scripture? 16.
How do you learn how to eat this?
36. You learn it through coming to class. You learning it right now. We talking about it. You learn it. You go through things that you crash out about. You call and get counsel. We tell you, this is what you did that was wrong. Don't do that anymore. The next time it comes up, this is test number 2. Now, you got to know that every time you making the mistake, you are leaving a door open for Satan to come into your life. See what I'm saying? Like, you don't got a lot of times to make mistakes, because the more you're doing it, the more you're getting involved in the punishment that could possibly come. So we tell you, hey, don't do this, and you go back and do it. We can't counsel you out of prison. Like a lot of young men think their parents can get them out of jail. They think that all I gotta do is call my mama. Now, when them boys get a hold to you, when them laws walk in the door, they put them bracelets on you, we can't do nothing for you. We can't come in there and yell you out them bracelets. So another way you can learn discipline is just go to jail. That'll teach you. Go to jail, and then you're going to say, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do that the next time this happens. The next time they say, do you want to go on a ride? I'm going to say, nah, I'm good, fam. I'm going to go to class. All right? Is that it? Any more questions? Go ahead, sis. Your daddy. So if your dad don't know, come to class. You ain't listen. Let me tell you what you don't have to know. You don't have to know what tribe you're from. Just know that you're an Israelite. Because if you're not an Israelite, you're not going to be able to sit in here. You're not. You're going to sit up in here, it's going to feel weird. You're going to feel like you're not in the right place. You're going to say, nah, I'm good. I ain't with this. Y'all got it. It may just not be one of us. This ain't sitting in your spirit right. You may not have the right spirit. All right? What? That's it? Let me give y'all the scripture real quick. The most important thing about the kingdom of heaven is something that y'all are all experiencing right now. Brotherhood. Brotherhood is the most important thing when it comes to the kingdom of heaven. Because a lot of people, Christianity pretty much teaches that when Christ come back, everybody brain gonna switch, and now we're gonna all be holy and righteous. We're gonna live forever, and everything gonna be good. That's not in the Bible. Give me Joel chapter 3. Let me show you what's about to happen real soon. Oh my God. That's insane.
That's for the homies.
That's the Lord. Okay, read Joel 3. Start at 2.
Yeah, there.
Come, sir. The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
What's gonna happen?
I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
How many nations?
All the nations.
Let me tell you what's happening right now in the Middle East. Everybody is headed to the Middle East right now. All the countries are getting their armies together to head to the Middle East to fight right now. I don't even know if y'all know. Can I play a video? You guys, you know how to do some videos? Never mind. Just believe me. I ain't gonna even show it to you. Keep going.
Now when it comes, sir, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
For who?
For my people and for my heritage Israel.
He gonna fight with all nations for us in the Middle East, in our land. It is so important that you know what's going on right now, because the war that's about to fight right now is for your freedom. Keep going.
And will come, sir, whom they have scattered among the nations.
Who they have what?
Scattered among the nations.
Who you are scattered across the earth. That's why the sister said, how do we know if we Israelites? The fact that you just asked that question proves you're an Israelite. Because everybody else knows who they are. Africans be like, oh, I'm Nigerian from this tribe. I'm Igbo. Oh, I'm Somalian. I'm Nuwapian. I'm this, I'm that. They know which tribe, which nation, which country, what language. They know all of that about themselves. You ask a Black American, what's your nationality? I don't know, I'm Black. I'm just Black. No, mama, Black is a color. Where you from? You from the land of Black? Where is that? See what I'm saying? You scattered us across the nations. Keep going.
I know I'm coming, sir, and parted my land.
What did they do?
Parted my land.
They parted our land. So now the Gaza Strip and where the Arabs is at is on the same place where the Israeli are at. The Saudi Arabia is in the same land as the Lebanese. They all is in our land, living in our land as if it's their land. Keep going.
I know I'm coming, sir. Verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink.
What are they doing with your family, with your ancestors? Selling them as slaves. This ain't happened to the Jewish man. This happened to you, your ancestors. It's in the Bible. Keep going.
And on concert, verse 4. Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and
Zidon,
and all the coast of Palestine?
What is he saying? Palestine ain't got nothing to do with the Lord. What have you to do with me? Tyre and Zidon, that's African countries. They ain't got nothing to do with the Lord. The Palestinians ain't got nothing to do with the Lord. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head?
He say, I'm gonna pay you back for what you've done to my people. That's what I'm gonna do. As fast as this comes to an end, as fast as I'm gonna punish you. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Verse 5. Because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly, pleasant things.
You know, all the wealth of the earth came from Solomon's temple. All the wealth of the earth. You see how Dubai look? All that gold and all that stuff they got down there. All the wealth and the riches of Russia and all the wealth and the riches of Europe and all those old countries and the wealth of America, it all came from our family. The Lord is saying, you taking my silver and gold and taking it to your house. Keep going.
And on, sir, verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold into the Grecians.
You took my money and you took my kids. And you sold them to the who?
To the Grecians.
Who the Grecians?
The ancient Greeks.
Which are what people today?
Esau, Edomites.
The white man. You took my kids and sold them to white people. Keep going.
Khan, sir, that ye might remove them far from their border.
And you took us far from our homeland. Now, let him tell you what he gonna do.
Khan, sir, verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place which you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
Keep going.
Khan, sir, verse 8. And I will sell your sons.
I'm gonna do what?
I will sell your sons.
What the Lord say?
I will sell your sons.
The kingdom of heaven ain't about happy, joy. First thing that's going to happen is we are going to go to war. America is going to go to war with all countries. And the war that's about to happen is going to be for your freedom. How close are we to that war? They in line right now in Iran. They in line. They done sent 4,000 troops from America to Israel yesterday. This thing is happening right now. To do what? So that he can do what?
Sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabines. Sabines to a people far off.
We gonna take their children, sell their children to the Polynesians, which is like your Japhetic people, the Hawaiians, far away. We're gonna take them people. We're gonna take your kids and sell your kids way over there. Keep going.
For the Lord has spoken.
I said it.
For the Lord has spoken.
The ISUPK said it.
For the Lord has spoken.
We just telling you what God said. So what's the most important thing? If we're going to be going to war with each other, if we're going to be fighting against all nations, what do we have to have?
Brotherhood.
We got to have brotherhood. We got to have brotherhood and sisterhood, because we're finna go into a time where we all need each other. We're going to need to be able to trust each other. We're going to need to be able to unify and be amongst each other and trust each other with each other's life and not be selfish. Go ahead. Salaki, go ahead. I ain't hear you. I ain't see you.
Salaki, if I may, what you was touching on was heavy. That we need brotherhood, love, and most importantly, discipline. Like, we're gonna have to control ourselves, you know, because we're gonna have everything that we used to have: the PS4s, the what else? The hoverboard.
Yeah, I mean, if they talking about hitting you with an EMP, you ain't gonna have no electricity. So whatever little generator you got is just gonna be able to use it to kind of keep your food cool And to charge your phone, if you even have that, if it ain't fried up. Your car motor is got a computer in it, so that'll get fried in the EMP too. So you really won't have nothing. You'll be right back to the Stone Age. With one flash, with one press of a button, boom, you're back to the Stone Age. Now what? Now what you're gonna do? You're gonna just die, give up the ghost? No. You have to fight.
That's right.
What's up, sis?
So then what we don't get, I think in our community is a lot of brotherhood or sisterhood, and like we do get it, especially for people outside the truth that or don't understand it too. And if I bring up the Bible, I hear a lot of how the Bible was man-made. All of a sudden now the Bible is man-made, but you know, we grew up in a Christian church, we call it different together. But
Right.
how do you counteract that? What type of, I guess, argument can I put forward if someone tells me, oh, the Bible is just man-made, not all of that is
Action. Action is the way you teach people that you in the truth. You invite them to class. Let them see it. You treat them a certain way that they say, I like you because I like how you move. And then you say, yeah, come to class. I'm in the school that we all act like this. They're like, nah, it ain't everybody ain't in there like you. Then they come in here and they be like, hey, Shalom, how you doing, sis? Hey, what's going on? You're like, well, I'll be damned. Some of y'all is kind of like him. They gonna find somebody in the room to not like. But that's what we good at. We good at finding somebody to not like. But for the most part, they're gonna be able to say, I think I see what y'all saying. This is kind of nice. And then as time go on, they'll be able to grow because the biggest scripture you can pull is you. And if you change and they see the change in your life, then when they come around, they'll be able to see how they could possibly change too. So you don't have to try to pull out the Bible. Don't mention the Bible. Just show them what we teach. And then ask them to come to class. And then when they say what y'all teach, like, just come and see. I can't explain it. That's it. I can't explain it. We do believe in God, but it ain't no church. Just come see it. Like, oh, I guess because I'm spiritual anyway. Yeah, us too. We spiritual too. We don't subscribe to no religion. Yeah, me neither. So what they thinking in their mind is we in here smoking weed, playing music, reggae music or something, and we just in here chilling. You know what I'm saying? That's what they think until they come in here and they're like, oh damn, hey, wait a minute, you searching me and I gotta come in here and sit on this side and oh my goodness. Then we start answering questions. And like nobody else ever answered these questions before in my life. Nobody even thought to ask these questions. Let your light shine before men. That's the best way to teach somebody. Keep going.
Sir. Verse 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Prepare for love.
Prepare war.
This is what the Lord wants everybody to understand. We're going to war. If you think we're not going to war, keep praying. Keep praying. We going. He said, let the heathen know this. Prepare war. Go ahead.
Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near.
Wake up your soldiers. Your retired vets. Tell them to dust off them guns. Because we finna fight. Wake them up. That's what time it is. Now, while we in here, we can't offend each other. Give me Proverbs 18. Because we all we got. Proverbs 18 and 19.
And on concert, the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 19. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city.
Listen, you can't offend brothers and sisters in the school. You can't offend your brothers in the world because a brother offended is harder to be what?
To be won than a strong city.
It's harder to win them over after you offend them. You disrespect them, you laugh at them, you talk down on them. You can't grow the school, grow the nation by offending people. Troopers, do y'all hear me? Do y'all hear what I'm saying? You can't grow the school by picking on people and offending people. Because a brother offended is what?
It's harder to be won than a strong city.
It's harder to be won over than a city full of men standing at the gate. That's you looking at that city with all the men at the gate. You're like, damn, we're gonna have to really fight to go get in that city and take that city. Well, that's how it is when you offend your brother. You telling your brother to come to class after he's offended. After he feel like y'all laughing at him and joking on him and disrespecting him. Now you think he's going to serve your God? You think he want to learn what you teach? He's offended. You're never going to win him over to come and serve the Lord. Keep going.
And my con, sir, and their contentions are like the bars of a castle.
Because their offense, it makes them put a wall up, like the bars of a castle. What are the bars there to do? To keep you out of it. I never let you in. I never let you know what's wrong with me because you're not a brother. You're going to use what I tell you against me and talk about me and laugh at me with your friends. Because apparently I'm not your friend because you laughing at me with your friends. Sisters, y'all can't be forming cliques and, oh, who is this? Is this the second wife? Oh, we don't mess with the second wife. We mess with the first wife. I promise if I ever hear something like that, I'm going to take you to council and I'm going to pray and I'm going to say, Commander General Yohana, if we want to clean the school up, we need to get them out. The first wife clique. Anybody in the first wife clique that don't want to talk to the second wife, we need to get them out of here because they stopping the work of the Lord. Because this ain't about marriage and wives, and this ain't about that. Everything that we're doing is for the building of Christ's kingdom. And now we in here bickering and arguing over wives and brotherhood and who's doing this and who ain't doing this, and I put this in and you ain't help. Everybody ain't got the same job in here. The eye don't do what the foot do. If we in a body, the brain and the hands don't work the same. The brain can give an order to the hand, and the hand don't do it. You know what that's called? A stroke. A schism in the body. And that's what happened a lot of times. A lot of times, the reason the body ain't fully functioning is because the body is offended. So now, what? Everybody in the school don't feel like they brothers and sisters. So what do? They blood clots. Blood clots. Now, all of y'all go over here and clog up. And then this group of people go over here and clog up. And now what happens with blood clots? They go to the heart. What happens? You die. You're killing the body. With your bullshit. With your cliques. That ain't what we're in here to do. If you want to do that, guess where you can go? Somebody tell me. Not just the church. Not just the gangs. Not just the IUIC. Not just the world. Not just leaving out of here. But guess where you can go? Give him the mic.
Anywhere else.
Anywhere else in the earth. You can walk out these doors and form a clique, and it will be acceptable. You can go to the gas station and form a clique, and everybody will love you. The only place that you will get scrutinized for doing that is in here. The church won't say nothing about it. The Muslim mosque won't say nothing about it. The gangs won't say nothing about it. The Crips can't even be together. You got the rolling. You got the rolling. You got the Hoovers. You got they ain't even unified. You got Treetop, you got Pyru, you got all these different bloods. They ain't even unified in their games. So if you want to be clicked up with somebody, you can do that everywhere else in the earth. In here, you cannot do that. All you gotta do is leave this place. But we not in here to offend each other. Christ didn't die for that. Christ said, love what? Give me the 2 greatest commandments. Another thing, don't nobody want to hear about your relationship with your husband either. What y'all call it, venting? I would just vent to the sisters because my husband, he just ain't right. If I hear about it, I'm taking you to counsel. You ain't bringing it to me for counsel, then you're gossiping. You understand? What you're doing is destroying other sisters that's coming into school. You're making them look at brothers like they ain't nothing. It's crazy because the men don't ever be like, the sisters ain't nothing. Because as soon as a brother say, my rib, she out of line. A brother say, you take her to counsel? Instantly. Take her to counsel now? We don't join the bandwagon and be like, yeah, man, these women ain't shit. We don't do that. We find a solution for the problem. We don't just sit around and talk about y'all. Give me what you got.
Come on. It's the book of Matthew.
Go up a few verses. Matthew what?
22 and 35.
Matthew 22. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, 35. We will start at 34.
22, 30. Start at 30. Start at 36.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Verse 37. Jesus said unto him, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. Verse 38. This is the first and great commandment.
The Bible says the greatest commandment is loving the Lord with your heart, mind, and soul. How do you love the Lord with your heart, mind, and soul? Troopers. How you love the Lord with your heart, mind, and soul? Give him a hand. Obey him. He said, if you love me, you'll do what? If you love me, you'll what?
Keep my commandments.
You'll keep my commandments. So the way you show God that you love him is you follow him with your heart, mind, and soul. You obey him. That's the first and greatest commandment. Then read the next one.
Come. This is the first and great commandment. Verse 39. And the second is like unto it.
Stop. Now the second commandment is just as important as the first one. This second one is just as important as the first one. Keep going.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor.
Everybody?
Thou shalt love thy neighbor.
The whole earth.
Thy neighbor.
The who?
Love thy neighbor. As thyself.
Who does the Lord say for you to love? Give me the son of it.
Your brother.
Love your, what does it say right there?
Your neighbor.
Love your neighbor. As who?
as thyself.
All right. Do you punch yourself in the eye? Why not?
As an argument.
So why would you punch your brother?
Shouldn't.
Would you shoot yourself? So why would you shoot your brother?
Shouldn't.
Right. The problem is, first of all, you don't love yourself. The first problem is you don't love yourself. That's why you don't love your brother. He said, love your brother as you love yourself. People that hate black people are the people that commit the most violence against black people. So you sell drugs to your people. You rob your people. You do all the things evil against your people because you hate who?
Yourself.
You hate yourself. That's a perfect example that you don't love your brother because of the things you do to him. Read what you got.
You want a neighbor?
Yes.
Concert. Right, this is neighbor in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary.
Now we're going to find out who the neighbor is according to the Bible. Go ahead.
All right, Commandments 6 through 10. Deal with duties towards one's neighbor. In the Old Testament meant one who lived nearby, a fellow Israelite.
A what?
Fellow Israelite.
Who is your neighbor?
A fellow Israelite.
Your neighbor is an Israelite.
Right.
So you know what he's saying? Love thy brother as thyself. The two greatest commandments is love God, be obedient to him, and have brotherhood. This entire Bible is about brotherhood and obeying God. If you relate the whole Bible and look at all these stories, they all go back to obeying God and having brotherhood and fighting against the nation for power. Obeying God, brotherhood, and fighting against the nations for power. That's the entire Bible. What is it that we got to do? Obey God and love each other. That's it. We're going to rule the earth together as brothers and as sisters. Our sisters is going to sit. Give you that hand. Our sisters are going to sit as princesses in the kingdom.
Right.
And they are going to be tender and delicate like the sole of their feet couldn't even touch the ground.
Right.
Y'all already bougie.
Hey.
Just imagine what y'all gonna be like when we kings. When your man and your brother is a king, and now somebody gave you a look. I know you ain't just looking at me like that. You better get in here and carry me to this restroom. That's what you better do. You better carry me to this restroom. I might forget about it. That's what's coming. Power and authority to the people that no one has ever loved. The Lord said he gonna sell their kids into slavery while you get carried around, while you get treated like a princess. Tamaki making all the princesses. Give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? Tamaki out here making all the he gonna be Officer Dowry. You gotta just pay him. Real talk, Charlotte. You gonna have to give him a grocery store to marry one of his daughters. And that's a beautiful thing because we're coming back to our culture. We're coming back to the way it's supposed to be. Now, you know what? His son-in-law is going to be a man that was raised in the truth. See what I'm saying? His son-in-law is going to be somebody that don't eat pork, that don't celebrate Christmas, that don't do none of those things. And now these children are going to be raised up in righteousness their whole life. So now they were born in sin, but they were not shaped in iniquity. That's the kingdom. That's beautiful. Now, that's the community that we're building here. And we're building it here before Christ returns. We're building heaven on earth before our King returns. So now when he returns, we have something to present to him. Look, we've been living the structure and the laws that you've given us from the beginning. These brothers is marrying women with dowries, paying a dowry for a sister. These brothers is is going through the protocol. They understand sex is marriage. We following the culture of our ancestors and not the white man. Christ hated monogamy. Christ was like, give me that scripture in Matthew 9, or was it 19? I think it's 19. Give me that scripture when Christ is saying, you commit adultery if you marry a
19.
It's 19?
19:5.
Yeah, give me that. 19:5.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 5. And said, for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife.
For what cause? For marriage. For this cause, a man will leave his mother and his father and cleave to his wife. Keep going.
And they twine shall be one flesh.
And them two coming together makes them one. Keep going.
Verse 6. Wherefore, they are no more twine, but one flesh.
Keep going.
What therefore God had joined together, let not man put sunder.
Keep going.
7. They said unto him, why did Moses then command them to give a written of divorcement?
Yeah, this is what you asked. Well, if that's the case, then why does the law of Moses give us the okay to divorce? It's the same question that you still asking today, Christians. Keep going.
And to put her away.
What does the Pharisees and Sadducees want to do?
Like to put away their wife.
They want to put her away. They trying to say Christ is teaching against putting away the wife. They saying the law of Moses said we could put them away. So why did Moses say it? Keep going.
Verse 7. Verse 8. He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives.
Mm-hmm.
But from the beginning, it was not so.
Because y'all was beating each other up in the wilderness, Moses was tired of seeing y'all out there fighting out there. So he said, you know what? Just let her go, Ak. Sis, just instead of trying to stab him in his sleep, just break up with him. That's what he said. Keep going.
Verse 9. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication.
Except it be for what?
For fornication.
No, because he tired of her.
For fornication.
Because she got a smart mouth.
Except it be for fornication.
What's the only reason a man can put away his wife?
Fornication.
That's what Christ said. And does what?
And shall marry another.
And does what?
Marry another.
Go ahead.
Committed adultery.
What is Christ telling you right now? Sisters. Go ahead. Give her a hand. She understood it. She said, you can't just leave one and go to another. What did you mean by that? Let me see if you do. Let me see if you understand. I probably gave you credit too early.
I guess just if she didn't do anything as far as committed up to herself, you don't leave her. Even if you do decide to take on another, you still keep leaving.
Give her a hand. That's exactly what Christ has said. Because they were trying to follow this Roman monogamy. They were trying to make men divorce their wife so that they could marry another. Christ is saying the only way you can divorce her is if it's for fornication. Except it be for fornication, you commit adultery if you go and marry another. Go ahead.
committed adultery, and whoso married her, which is put away, do it commit adultery.
Now, why is the next man committing adultery if he marries her that was put away? Sis? He's sleeping with another man's wife, and why is she still his wife? Yes, but why is she still his wife, the first man? Oh, you're right there. Why is she still his wife? The two become one flesh, but he's putting her away to marry another. So when she go and marry another man, she's committing adultery against the first man, and the man that married her is committing adultery against the first man because of what? You right, but you gotta say exactly what's gonna kill the Christian. Go ahead, sis. No, yes, because he's still alive, and what? Why are they still married? She never. No. Give her a hand. She never committed fornication. She never left and slept with another man. Christ is teaching against you making somebody be in monogamy. He's saying the only way you could divorce her is if she commits fornication. But if you want to marry another woman and you divorce her and she hasn't committed fornication, you are committing adultery and making her commit adultery and the man commit adultery. That's what he's saying. Keep going.
Verse 10. His disciples say unto him, if the case of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry.
He said, if that's the case, then it's just good for us not to marry. Why? Because they don't understand what Christ is saying. Christ is telling them, do not divorce her to marry another. Just do what? No. Christ is saying, don't divorce her to marry another. Just do what? Give him a hand. Give him a hand. That's why Christianity is so evil. Right. Because it's right here in your face, but they've twisted the Bible up so much that you can't see what's directly in front of you. Right. Christ is trying to get you to understand the importance of your relationship with your man and the sex that binds your relationship together. Go ahead, sis.
Does the man have to have another man?
No. The man doesn't have to have no wife. He doesn't have to marry nobody. But he's not bound to one woman only, and he's a criminal and evil and should be kicked out of the world for marrying, getting another wife. That's what this world teaches. But no, he does not have to get another wife. If there's a man that wants one wife for the rest of his life, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with a man that has more than one, and there's nothing wrong with a man that has no wife. But these are the rules that you got to understand about marriage. All right? Go ahead.
We got a question in the room. It's from Sister Mariah. Sister Lakia, sir. Is murmuring a sin?
Yes, murmuring is called backbiting. It's slander. Because you could be talking about something that's absolutely wrong. You're just whispering. You're a whisperer. Yes, it's a sin. All right. Give me Ecclesiasticus. This is my last scripture. $12. $12 and $8.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 8. A friend cannot be known in prosperity.
A friend cannot be known when you got money.
That's right.
When you got your money, guess who your friend? Everybody. I'm talking about everybody on the earth. People you don't know, your friend. They see you in the line at the bank. Yeah, let me get out 20,000. 20. What y'all got going on over there? What y'all doing? Friend?
Yeah.
Friend cannot be known during prosperity. Keep going.
Come. And an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity.
And an enemy can't be hidden when you're going through hard times. You'll find out who your enemies are. Go through something and ask for help. You'll be like, oh, all along, you never liked me. You were never a friend. You were never there. Because I started going through something and you started letting me know how much you hate me.
That's right.
Keep going.
Come. Verse 9. In prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved.
In the prosperity of a man, your enemies will be mad at you. Now, just look at that. Who's mad when you doing good? Your friends? Your friends get mad when you're doing good, huh? Guess what that means? They're not your friends. They're really enemies. Keep going.
Come. But in his adversity, even a friend will depart.
But in adversity, even someone who you say is a friend will depart. That's what hurt you so bad, because you thought these people were friends until they showed you all along they were enemies. What women call them? Haters. My haters.
Hey.
Keep going.
Come. Verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Go ahead.
For like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
That's right.
Go up to verse 4.
Come.
This gonna help you too.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 4. Give to the godly man and help not a sinner.
What that mean? Give to the godly man, but help not a sinner. I thought we was all sinners and we all fall short of his glory. So who can you help? Go ahead. Say it again. Don't enable a sinner. What do you mean by that? Give him the mic.
Sorry, I want her brother to say that it's not brotherhood to give him brother okay to sin.
Explain that. Give me a little more. You're right, but I want some context behind what you said.
Like, if a brother has a weed demon, tell him it's okay to have a cheat day.
You saying that's helping the sinner. It's fine. I just you don't know. Okay, no sweat. You right there though. You right. You absolutely right. But you got to know how to explain it, because a Christian will find a way for basically you to be saying that you are okay in their sin. That's what they're gonna do. That's why I'm asking you, because they're gonna say, well, we all sinners, so who can I help? See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So I guess I only use my own life experience. So, it's your days to get the tacos at the slaves.
Right.
You asking all the brothers, what you want? And he say, give me a bacon, ham, and egg and cheese. Well, I can't bring that to you.
Right.
You know, I get you the beef fajita, chicken fajita, you get all these other kinds. But I can't ride with pork in the car to bring it to you to help you to help you destroy yourself.
Give him a hand. Keep reading. It's gonna give you a little bit more too.
Verse 5. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly.
Now you got people that's poor and that's sinners because they just don't know better. And you got people that know better that just don't care. Go ahead.
Slovakia, back to the verse before too, though. That's what fake Israelites use to not feed people who need food.
Yes.
That they won't help their brother who needs water, who needs because they're not in their organization.
And they call them sinners.
Yes. Anybody.
They call them sinners. That's why I said this next verse to help out, because it tells you who the lowly are, the people that you help. It's people that know what you know, and they just won't come in here. They know what this is. They know this is the truth, and they just like, nah, I don't believe that. They are choosing to be a sinner. Go ahead.
So is that the same thing as if you have a family member that is on drugs or has an alcohol problem, like a addiction, and they want to borrow money from you? Do you give them that money or do you not?
Read the next part.
Come.
It's the exact same thing this is scripture is about.
But give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread.
Hold back your what?
Thy bread.
Hold back your bread. Don't give him none of your bread.
Right.
Why? Keep going.
And give it not unto him.
Because what?
Come. Lest he overmaster thee thereby. For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him.
The Lord is punishing them, and you helping them. The Lord gonna stop you from being able to be a help. He gonna open up the bottom of your pockets, and you and him gonna be poor together. He gonna make sure you are not able to assist him. You say, hey, come to class. Oh no, I'm good on that. Just give me a bottle of, give me 10 so I can get me a fifth. Well, no, I can't do that. I can't give you a bottle so you can get you a fifth. I just can't. Because now I done already tried to give you the solution to your problem, which is come to class. You don't want the solution. So now I can't give you any more assistance. All the help I had for you was come to class. Because now if you give them the money, the Lord is going to make sure you have no more money to buy your own fifths.
Hey.
Well, he felt that one.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Come, sir. We're on verse 6. For the Most High hated sinners.
That Most High love everybody.
The Most High hated sinners.
No, I thought the Most High loved sinners.
For the Most High hated sinners.
It's in the Bible.
Right.
The Most High hates sinners.
Right.
You a sinner. People always say, nobody perfect. Right? That's what they're going to say. Nobody's perfect, right? Practice makes what?
Perfect.
And what are you doing every day when you're sinning? You're practicing sin. Guess what you're doing with sin? You're a perfectionist in sin because you practice it every day. See, you don't believe in Christ. You believe in Satan. So you practice sin because Christ said, go and sin not. Be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect.
Right.
You don't believe that. You don't believe you can do that. You know what you do believe you can do? You believe you can sin. Well, the Most High what?
The Most High hated sinners.
Keep going.
And will repay vengeance unto the ungodly. And keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
They gonna say, so what you saying? You don't sin Are you telling me I can't study for a test and pass it and make a 100? If I know this is a sin, then I can choose not to do it. You telling me I don't have a choice that I can make to say that I'm not going to do something? No, I choose not to sin because I know what sin is. So brotherhood is important for us to have. We got to love each other. We got to stand together, be together, because times we're going into is about to be very grim and dark and gloomy. We're going to need each other. We're going to need to trust each other. We're going to need to be able to, the brother's going to be able to need to leave and go on voyages and leave brothers at the house with their wives and not have to worry about their wives being in the house with these brothers. You're going to have to do that in these times. You're going to have to be gone for 5 days and his brother's in the house with your wife and you not over there. Imagine he over there having an orgy with all the women. Because that's what you're going to think if you're a Christian. Because that would be very possible if you were a Christian.
Right.
Very. Not in here. You're going to have to be able to trust that. You're going to need to be able to trust each other. All right? Any questions in the room? All right, with that, we're going to pass the class over to, who we passing it over to? Pass the class over to Priest and Officer Shamar. One. Give him a hand.
All right, we're gonna get the security announcements.
We needed it.
These are ISUPK security announcements. We're the ISUPK. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves in the word. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother and sister are interested in each other, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. Mayashra, 10% of any penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest fund, free will offering, non-mandatory, whatever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is going to be the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. That's the first day of the 7th month, Wednesday, the 2nd of October, 2024. We find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 and 25. All right. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. Pass the class back over to priest and captain of 10,000 Yatazai.
All right, with that, Amaju, which means to stand. We're going to turn face to east, saw, to the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayah, Kodash, Hayah, Shabka, Hawa, Malakbaka, Saba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Asha, Ratazah, Hawa, Hayah, Hashemaiah, the Thunder Now, the Ko, Yawo, Wasalak Now, Wabawaf Now, Kasalak Now, Wabawaf Now, Wala'ah, Double your eye now. One to say a word. A ball. Shine now. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Waha Allah. Wapta Pa'ara. Wa Awalamya. Aman. In the English, our Father, Lord in heaven,
Start in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh. Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be
Thy
done
will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us
Forgive us
our debts
our debts
as we forgive
as we forgive
our
our
debtors.
debtors.
And lead us not
Lead us not
into temptation,
temptation,
but deliver us
deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the
Thine
kingdom
is the kingdom
and the power
and the power
and the glory
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Sar, turn it back around. Sisters, take a seat. Men of Israel, courtesy salute. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yajim Matah. Sar. Sisters Amajim. Got courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak.
Yahweh Shemar Latam B'Shem Yahushua.
Yajim Matah. That's dismissed.